everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another random Richie review. And today is a special Mother's Day episode that goes out to the Kanga Tamairu, the best cake decorator in the world. My mother, I love you, Mom. And today I am reviewing the very first movie I technically was ever introduced to. She based my nursery off of it. She based my first stuffed animal off of it. And my second birthday cake, so it just feels fitting that today I review the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. In a world full of action and explosions, mind-bending twists, and just a whole lot of other nonsense, it's sometimes nice to take a slow movie and watch something like The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. There's nothing really to stress about. It's a very comforting film, and I think it honestly works for all ages, even though it is a kid's film. I gotta say, this is probably in my top 10 favorite animated films of all time. I mean, I've been watching this thing since I could hit a pretty mean hot dog dance back in the day.
What a hot dog day!
Hot diggity dog.
Now, first thing I'm going to point out is the storybook style of the film. This is one of those things where it could have just told you the stories each individually and just like sort of episodically skip to the next one. But no, this one plays out very different. It plays like you're interacting with the book, like the book is alive itself. The characters talk to the narrator. They break the fourth wall the entire time. Like they're interacting with the screen, interacting with the pages, the letters. It's something that's very stylized and makes it very interesting to watch. I mean, they've been breaking the fourth wall way before Deadpool, so I'd put these guys at the top of fourth wall breaking, if you ask me.
Oh, hello.
Your bouncing really got you into trouble this time.
Say, who are you?
I'm the narrator.
Oh, well, please, for goodness sakes, narrate me down from here.
Another thing this movie does very well is, of course, its art style and animation. It really makes it feel like the illustrations are hopping right off the page. For instance, I can open up my book right here to the exact page where Pooh meets Tigger, and I look at the movie, and the shot is almost identical, and same with most of the dialogue. It's a very book accurate film, but it's also takes its own creative liberties in which for the screen betters it in a way because it feels like it's talking right to you and interacting with you. It feels more engaging because it's not like someone's reading the book to you. It's like this book's been read plenty of times before. We put it on the screen and now it's alive and hopping off the page literally. It's one of those things where it's a very interesting take on a book, and probably the only time I've ever seen this happen with a book in general.
Yeah, and I like Rabbit because he uses short, easy words like, how about lunch? And help yourself, Pooh.
Another big thing is the humor in this movie. It's not humor like you see in kids' movies nowadays, where most of the time it's just, either just, oh, like this is what the grown-ups say, like we're going on a vacay or something, or it's not like fart jokes or just like minion type jokes. It's well thought out, and it's also just like funny for any type of person. I mean, if you actually have like a sense of humor, of course. But it's just something simple, it's not over the top, and it'll get a good chuckle out of you here and there. It's one of those movies that, like I said, it's not too much, it's just right. You can just pop it in and let your brain go stress-free, and it's just such a fun little film. Not only that, but I love how they did add Gopher. He's not in the book, and that is like the running joke for his whole character. They added a character just so they can have a running joke throughout the film, and I honestly think that that's amazing.
I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm not in the book.
Another thing with this movie, which I find a problem with a lot of modern movies, which this movie doesn't have, is that it's not too much. It's not ever trying to jam the screen full of like so many characters. It's not trying to make 1,200 references to other things. It just wants to be itself, and it wants to be simple. It only has what it needs. It's not, referencing 10 different movies within 5 scenes. Like, it's nice, it's simple, and it doesn't try to do too much. You watch a movie like Elemental or Turning Red; those are the most recent Disney movies that can just pop off my brain. They're a lot of them are kind of like overstimulating. There's so much colors. There's a 700 characters on the screen. There's a big storyline. It makes it tougher for kids to follow. Where this is just nice, simple, plain out, and it's why it's been remembered for such a long time. There's a reason that this movie is a classic. It's because it's easy, it's simple, and the whole family can enjoy it. Another thing that really makes this film stand out is its iconic voice acting. Everybody's voice fits each and every character. Winnie the Pooh has Winnie the Pooh's voice. Eeyore has Eeyore's voice. It's not some random celebrity they picked out of a hat and then just had them put their voice into this character. That character has a voice. It's one of those things that you still see with some modern films, but it's more rare because people want star power, because star power attracts adults who know those stars and want to see them in a animated film. So they want to hear them sound like themselves instead of sounding like the characters on screen. Each and every voice in this is so iconic, and it's one of those things where if I watched in this style, that is, a Winnie the Pooh film, and they all had different voices, I would be super thrown off and definitely would not enjoy it as much as I do with these ones. Like, if you watch any of the modern Winnie the Pooh films, like the Christopher Robin or the one that was just called Winnie the Pooh, like, they still have these voices. They have different voice actors, but these voices. Could you imagine if you watched a modern Winnie the Pooh film and you heard Chris Pratt as Winnie the Pooh and The Rock as Tigger? Don't get any ideas, Disney. Please don't do that, by the way. I know it's a bad idea, and I know you love doing that. Just don't. Anyway, back to it. So, if you have heard those voices coming out, it would just throw you off. Like, that's not Winnie the Pooh. That's not Tigger. I know what they sound like because I heard it. The thing is, with a lot of modern ones, the characters do not have a voice. It's the actor's voice in that character. And this movie has the characters, and these characters have a voice. It's one of those things that it feels so nice, and it makes the movie, again, feel more alive. And that's why it just sticks in your brain and is something that you can watch over and over and over again.
Good old terra firma. Say, I'm so happy I feel like bouncing.
You promised. You promised.
Now, one thing that this does super incredible is it takes the songs from the book and then revises them for the movie. So it makes them feel more musical. Where in the book, he sings about being a little rain cloud and goes up to steal the honey from the bees. He does the exact same thing in the movie. The song's just a little bit different. But it's one of those things where it's a good difference. Sometimes it's good to switch some things from book to movie or film adaptation. And this movie just does it perfectly. It captures everything you need from the book, the stories, the characters, and it translates to film so well. It's just one of those movies that I honestly gotta say, if it came down to book movies as well, this is definitely one of the best movies based on a book I've ever seen. Just to finish up here, overall, of course I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. I got no complaints. I love the animation, I love the style, I love the humor, I love the voices, the characters. Everything about this film is so iconic, and I just love the entire thing. So overall, a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this to everybody on the planet. No matter who you are, I feel like you should watch the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh at least once in your life. Other than that, that'll be all for today. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And just have a great Mother's Day. And if you're watching this in the morning, have a great morning or a great afternoon or a great night. And if you're on the toilet, of course, it's time to wipe. I'm Roman Ritchie, and this has been a random Ritchie review.